Good boy.
Oh, we in there. We're in there. Cowboys lose, and we're very dejected about it, but they fought. They fought, and that is important. A lot of good things coming out of it. We'll talk about the coaching. We'll talk about all the things we saw as the Cowboys fall just short to the Washington Commanders. Welcome to the DLLS Cowboys Postgame Show, which starts meow.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, welcome into the DLLS Cowboys postgame show with Jeff, Vach, and Aisha, wherever you are watching. I love that people are asking, what is our draft pick status? You better believe I know it exactly. I've been tracking every score because it's all I care about. Once the season is over, I got new goals. Yeah. But honestly, that was, in Jeff's sicko world, the perfect football game.
Yes, sir.
Cowboys were competitive. There was a lot of good things. There's a lot of stuff that tells you about this team in the future. A lot of your cornerstone players looked great. Yep. Everything was awesome. And then Washington made a drive to win the game at the last second, so you don't lose potentially 5 spots of draft status. What a day. What a day.
Hey, man, the season's over, so really what that means is that everybody should be on the same page now.
Yeah, we can get on the same page.
There shouldn't be this two factions of, hey, man, we should try to put as many points on the board that we can with Trey Lance, and this other side going, hey, what are we doing? You know, we're finally together now. We're currently sitting at the dossier selection, and we're just waiting to see what San Francisco does, man. But hey, what a fantastic game, Jeff. You said it. We played hard. We did great things. I love it when Mike McCarthy says, right? Because I find a way to hate on him every single week. I love it when Mike McCarthy says, hey, we got to find a way to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
And we do it in week 18.
Man.
Oh. You do find a way to hate on him every week.
Work off.
No, it's honestly so many things that it's just like, well, why weren't you doing that before?
Hunter Licky was just fine as a short yardage guy, wasn't he? Deuces all right.
Using Turpin.
Turpin move fast.
It doesn't make any sense. You're getting your receivers on the move?
Oh.
Surprise. Amazing.
Trey Lance getting to run around sometimes. It's fantastic.
They'll both find a way to hate on McCarthy every day.
No.
Every day,
both of you.
you.
Not hating on him. I thought situationally he made some good calls and stuff. I don't know why you punted at that point with nothing to lose. I mean, come on.
Jeff, I tell you what. It's not that I'm finding new ways to hate Mike McCarthy.
Just revisiting old hate.
I found new ways to respect Mike Zimmer. I apologize.
Yeah.
His name Ben Antoine.
Nah, don't
Who
do that.
do I think I am?
We're not gonna
taking Antoine away from Mike Zimmer.
Why?
Who do I? Huh?
What do you mean?
No, I don't think I don't think we should.
Boy, call.
I don't think we should bring light or exalt.
Yo, chat. Did y'all know that about Mike Zimmer?
That behavior. I mean, you guys can have fun with it.
I ain't gonna look. This is my last.
I think you can tell him congratulations on his recent engagement.
Sure.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Mike Zimmer, we happy for you, dog. Congratulations.
If it counts as an engagement, is it?
Him and Belichick go crazy.
It might be custody at this point.
Yeah. She's not. She's 42.
Yeah. Hey, man, but Michael Lance, look, I'm sorry I even assumed that I could take Antoine away from you, dog. You're going to be Antoine for the rest of your life. But I will say, even when Jaden Daniels was in the game, we were playing
Oh, go ahead.
We were playing a fantastic brand of defense, even when they had their first team in there. So that's even more evidence that Michael Antoine Zimmer, I apologize, Michael Antoine Zimmer should probably just be around no matter what we do at head coach. But, you know.
Even though it's not normally how it works. That's how Jeff said. Jeff said that's normally not how it works.
It's normally not. But
coaching
the Cowboys,
staffs get fired.
But do you think because do you think it's different with his case because he's connected here?
What the Cowboys would do
like,
is, hey, next coach, we want Kellen Moore to be a part of this thing because he's our guy.
Yeah.
I can see the Joneses going, hey, next coach, we want Mike Zimmer to be a part of this thing doing the defense because he's our guy. So that could be a thing.
What you got, Jeff?
But boy, that's my coach right there.
Please, for the love of
That's my coach right there.
For the
Bob
love
found
of-
out today about Mike
Boy, he
Zimmer's.
can coach my defense forever. You understand me? We need guys like that.
He found
A
out-
leader of men is what we need.
He found out about Coach Zimmer's relationship status and that he's in a happy relationship
What a guy.
and that he got engaged.
What a guy.
And he was really impressed with Mike's family values.
Right.
You get him and Belichick over here. Change the whole culture
24
around.
and 42 are different now, okay? Just telling you.
Draft all the North Carolina players. We need to show our
Sleep
support.
schedule, arthritis, diet,
Omarion Hampton
blood pressure,
and the other
you know,
character. We need to
it's a
show
lot
our
of
support.
stuff. Y'all are crazy.
If you guys are in the
Man.
chat and you're single, what age are you? And what age is your slider set on?
No. What is a slider?
I'm
On
40.
the apps.
I'm 40.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is set from 28 to 42.
Sure.
That window.
Yeah.
And I just wonder what the slide, because like Bill Belichick is 70 something,
Hey, yo,
Yeah.
and his significant other, I believe, is 24.
I'm telling you, we don't want our chat to be a crime scene.
Zim
Let's-
is
Ain't no criminals in my chat. What's wrong with y'all?
is Zimmer 70,
Zimmer old.
and his lady's 42. Nice,
Sure.
mature person.
Yep.
And so that one's a little closer. And I was just curious what everybody else.
Yeah,
has
I
got.
don't think we should know. I think they should keep that
I
to
love
themselves.
You don't
people's
have to tell
business.
us.
I love being in people's
I-
business.
You don't have to. tell
Chat, please go down in there and let us know what your damn sliders is on. bro.
No,
Yeah.
don't do that.
So you go 33
It-
from 23 to 50.
KG says 28 to 42.
and-
Oh, he's talking about Jeff.
I'm
well,
30,
Well, Jeff's 50, so it.
36,
He ain't
28 to
50 for
40. 20. Okay, so I'm right in the
Jeff ain't 50 for real. Jeff, you ain't.
what?
How old are you?
I'm 40.
You 40 for real?
I'm 40.
I'm sorry, Jeff.
Did I ruin the whole damn chat? Did I ruin the whole damn show? It happens. Just make sure that you're following all the channels if you're watching
Camo
on
says
podcast.
he's 25, but his sliders are from 23 to 35. He tried to get somebody to buy him some shoes. I know what I was there. Yo, Cam, I done got a PlayStation and some shoes, but I feel you, brother. Yo, Cam, keep grinding, dog. Be safe out there, you're.
Okay. Cowboy football. I will tell you,
Yep.
when it comes to Mike Zimmer, to your point, Aisha, it would be weird, but also less weird than some places because it's the Cowboys, right? Like they've done it before. Like, hey, Mike McCarthy, welcome to being the head coach. Come meet your offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore. And that's not how it works. When a head coach gets fired, the staff gets fired. And a new head coach brings his staff, which was a thing that Ben Johnson talked about at the podium the other day when he got let go from wherever, was it Miami? When somebody came in, and at the end he was smirking. He was like, well, yeah, a coach comes in, he brings his new staff, and so I got let go. And then he smiled, and he's like, and I'm a badass. So it would be a little bit weird. I do think that Zimmer, I'm good with him as the defensive coordinator,
Me too.
but I do just want to make there's just one thing that I want to get out there.
Okay.
I think Zimmer's done a pretty good job. I think the most important part of that whole deal is if you are a person who has ever had the thought, matter of fact, come on in. Go ahead and come on in. If you're a person who has ever had the thought of, well, we got this guy's making this much and this guy's making this much, we can't have this next guy making this much, or, oh, this guy's not a leader, or, oh, this guy's not whatever. Micah Parsons is the best defensive player on planet Earth. The Dallas Cowboys are going to give him all the money, and they're going to give him all the money because he deserves all the money. The defense out on that field ain't a great secondary. It's not a great linebacker core. It's not a great defensive tackle group, and outside of him, it's not a great edge group. Now, you can pull individual players and be like, oh, yeah, that's a nice, decent player. It's a solid player. Micah Parsons makes this thing run, and he going to get all the money.
Absolutely.
All of it.
Yeah, they did exactly what we talked about in pregame. They came out really early, attacked that left side of that Washington offensive line, and they really didn't. They couldn't get anything going in the second half at all. And, I mean, yeah, I think Zimmer, for what he's had to deal with and some of the stuff that he's dealt with this season, for him to get any type of success from this defense says something about him. And I do think the safeties specifically got better as the year went on as well. I mean, besides what happened with Malik Hooker today. But other than that, at the end there.
Oh, did something happen with Malik Hooker
You
today?
We'll do it later.
He
in the
was
top
playing well, rangy and stuff, and then all of a sudden,
Jeff's 5 favorite plays of the game coming up later in the post-game show. So
Malachi's
shout out
on
to
the way.
Aisha for pointing one out that I did not see happen in real time. I didn't notice it at all. But Malik Hooker, you made the list.
Suzanne says, Vach's demeanor is so much lighter since we lost and real draft season has begun. What do y'all mean? We lost. I hate losing. Ugh.
It is true. Vach was tore up about it.
I really, well, I mean, I do hate losing.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I
Losing people.
particularly hate losing.
And that's good because that needs to be represented.
We trying to get to a lap. No, let's get to a lap.
No, I
we-
mean, I definitely understand the draft
Yeah.
position.
We even talked about it before the game where, I felt like I had Aisha on board. And it was like, yeah, I know that at this point, you don't, if you could move down 5 spots for pointless when you don't really want that. But then the game starts.
Mhm.
And much like the players,
Yeah.
for Aisha, it's like, nice
yeah.
play, great job.
Yeah.
And I can switch flip the switch the other way and be like, damn it, Micah.
I know.
Stop it.
I'm trying to get Savion at the top of the damn second.
Oh, he's going after TCU wide receiver, 6'5", 225-pound monster.
Yak guy.
No.
He's a
Ain't
monster.
nothing better
he's
than
a
Yak
monster.
dudes, man. Chat, have y'all seen Savion
Oh,
Williams? Put in the chat, please.
Oh, he's a monster.
But yeah, man, the Cowboys, I appreciated seeing some of the young guys get their work.
Yeah.
It gives us kind of an idea of what next year is going to look like. And that's kind of weird because this coaching staff ain't going to be here. Allegedly.
Or
Well,
they
we don't
are.
know.
We don't know
We
yet.
don't
Or
know
they
yet.
are.
We don't
Adam
know.
Schefter said they're leaning towards, yes, maybe being safe, except if others, but they're leaning maybe towards that he's safe and less.
And
But
it's possible.
Now, what frustrated me today?
What made you mad?
This was a couple things frustrated me today.
when that Washington dude dropped the wide open touchdown on the trick play.
What was he
that
doing?
That made me
frustrated
mad.
What was he
you
doing?
today.
Oh, yeah, that frustrated me.
What was
It
he
frustrated
doing?
you.
Gotta catch that
Just
ball.
you. But I was frustrated because, I mean, it's just hard to notice, like, Deuce Vaughn just accelerating, exploding through the hole,
Looking
looking
great,
like
too.
he has some burst. I mean, the difference in speed. I will say one thing about the Cowboys offense today, it looked faster. Does that make sense? Like, it just looked like because the guys were getting the ball on the run. And I felt like they just incorporated more speed. They tried to use Turpin. They tried to use Brandon Cooks. They used Deuce Vaughn. But Vach, you were mentioning like getting a look at some of the guys. Yo, Awesome Richards might be your starting left tackle as of right now.
Starting?
I think he's looked better than Edoga and better than Tyler Guyton for the majority of the year. Anytime he's gotten snaps, things have looked better. Seeing him get out in space today, him and pass pro today, I mean, it really changed the way the offense looked this in the half when he came in. I'm not trying to be mean, but
I don't think you're being mean at all. I think we have to withstand politics when it comes to this.
barnacles.
I just think there's things that are expected of your first round picks.
Boom, boom.
But I am not new to this Tyler Guyton dislike. I'm true to this. I look, I don't disagree with you at all. I don't think there should ever be a situation where Chuma Dog and Austin Rich should come in and look better than your first round pick. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, I got lit up.
Probably should have been a
Draft
first round
night.
pick.
And let me just say this.
Oh,
I know it's a bunch of people in the chat that want to, try to puzzle piece this thing together or Madden fantasy football. I feel y'all, man. I love y'all to pieces. Y'all my people. I love y'all. Y'all know this. But if Tyler Guyton has issues with his fundamentals and bad offensive line habits, those will not go away by just simply putting him at right tackle.
oh, say
Because when
that.
Vach had the
third person.
one thing that I was privy to, my privilege that I have, Jeff, nobody else had this.
You do have privilege.
Okay.
I'm glad you recognize your privilege.
Nobody else had this. I got a chance to watch him play right tackle at Oklahoma.
Oh, I got bad news about your privilege. I had the same privilege.
Yeah, I mean-
you too?
Yeah,
Did you
and I
see
think
that?
Aisha had that privilege as well.
Both of y'all saw that?
Both.
So y'all saw him at right tackle at Oklahoma, right?
I might have seen it too.
I
So
did.
y'all saw him doing this. I got one S. Y'all saw him doing the same shit at Oklahoma at right tackle that he's doing at the left in Dallas. That what y'all saw?
100% a projection pick, my friend.
Oh, I did. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I remember when
He
they.
ain't a right tackle neither.
I remember.
Terrence Steele's been better. I'm sorry. Terrence Steele's been better than him.
As long as you apologize.
Terrence Steele's been better than him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know
For sure.
I know Terrence get whooped. I know Terrence making money, but Terrence goes against better defensive ends than him, and he's looked better than him. Y'all don't just come out here talking about, oh, well, if I would you put Tyler Guyton in the right tackle, just kicks it. I'd rather
No.
keep Terrence Steele than just play Tyler Guyton just because he's the first round pick right now.
No, Jesus. Yeah, you're passionate about that, Brody.
Draft Kelvin Banks, put him at left tackle back.
No, or draft Kevin Banks, put him at right guard. I mean,
No, but I think what happened with the Cowboys, with Guyton, is Tyler Smith will conflate what you think you can do.
That's real.
And I think they were like, Tyler Smith can do all this stuff or whatever. Tyler Smith came in, most penalized offensive lineman coming into this draft, had trouble with his hands, just like Guyton, all that stuff. I think they thought they could fix him, and it has been tough on his confidence, I think
that might go into it, like the confidence or arrogance of coaches to think that they can fix people.
Yeah.
But my problem with going Tyler Smith, Tyler Guyton is you minimized the Tyler Smith stuff by not putting him in the spots that got him penalties, which was at tackle.
Tracking.
When he would hold and he would be out of position.
You put him in guard.
They took that big, strong son of a... and they said, why don't we move in here a little bit and just beat the hell out of people? And Tyler Guyton can't do that.
No,
like, I would think that would actually be the weaker part of his game. So, like, I don't know what's going to happen with Tyler Guyton. You're in a bad spot, and if you're a smart team, you don't worry about what you've already done. You do what you need to do. You should pretend Tyler Guyton's not on your football team. I don't think the Cowboys are good at that.
Yeah.
Like, they pretended that, and like Mozzie Smith is making progress.
Absolutely.
But they went into his year 2 after a horrific year 1 and just went, yeah, but he's a first-round pick, so he'll be great.
Okay.
And like, they're going to do the same thing.
And the biggest thing about that, though, Jeff, I'll tell them when we're done on the other side of this damn.
I like what you did there. Yes.
There you go.
We got Trey Lance things. We got all sorts of stuff to get to in your DLLS Cowboys postgame show next.
I'm getting good. I'm getting good.
First, let's talk about the East-West Shrine Bowl, which I love so much.
Savion going to be there.
What's that?
Savion going to be there.
Oh, East-West Shrine Bowl is a lot of fun. It's America's oldest college football all-star game. It's being held right here in Texas at AT&T Stadium on January 30th. Guys on the Cowboys, Brian Anger, Rico Dowdle, they played in the East-West Shrine game. It's super cool. It's a great place to be. It's a great place to watch future NFL players and try to find the guy that's going to help your Cowboys. This year, I know Coach Prime's going to be there. Shador's going to be there. We're going to have some people there, and they'll be announcing more people as we go and get closer to the game as people are getting eliminated from the college football playoff. But the East-West Shrine game is awesome. It served as a starting point for a bunch of noteworthy NFL careers, including 80 members of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Tickets start at just $20, so go ahead and get on over to shrinebowl.com and buy those tickets today. Also want to shout out our friends at Game Time. It's my favorite app for buying tickets, especially last minute. I mean, you can use it whenever, but if you're looking, you think, oh, I'd like to go to the game tonight. Bang, download the Game Time app, take a peek, and you will find they've got a low price guarantee. They've got a lot of really cool features, including you can toggle on the all-in pricing so that you're not getting surprised by fees at the end. You just see the whole dang thing right there. You can see your seat views right there from the app before you get the tickets. Game Time, it's the only app you need for buying tickets. Technically, the website is gametime.co. Gametime.co. Do not add another letter to the end or you'll be going to a different website. But you can just download the app, the Game Time app. Use the promo code DLLS when you create an account there, and you'll get $20 off your first purchase with that promo code DLLS. Again, create an account. Redeem the code DLLS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. What time is it? Game Time. Boop.
Okay, Jeff.
Where were you going, Botch?
Okay, real fast. You say what?
No,
website?
we don't need to know about the
What
website.
website you said?
Game Time.
It's Game Time.
Yeah.
But if you change one letter, it'll do what?
Well, because some apps are mostly, I think, designed for you to use the app. But you can get on the internet and go to Game Time. But it's not gametime.com. You have to take off the M. Gametime.co will get you to where you buy tickets.
Or
just get the app.
So it's not going to take you to no weird place in there.
It's him.
No,
He
it's
needs
not
help.
going to be Freaky Friday.
Well, let me close the phone down because I just knew.
No, it's not.
I just knew.
Can you go where you was going?
Well, yeah, where were you going? I stopped you because you knew we had to go to
We was going to the.
You were going to the Empire Today
Please.
Impact Player of the Game. I'll
That's
give you an
what-
Empire Today Impact Player of the Game.
Please, Jeff.
Right here.
And
That's
I
where I
already
was going.
told you in the first segment.
Yeah.
Clarence will be proud of this. Clarence Hill, of course, of the DLLS Cowboys podcast, the Play the Hits man.
Yeah.
He's like, look, talk about the big names. Micah Parsons, you effing animal. I know the Cowboys didn't win the game,
Yeah.
but Micah Parsons needed a half sack to get to 10 on the season and be the, I don't know, 4th player or whatever to start his career with X number of 10 sack seasons.
Sure.
And so he did it on the first effing play of the game.
Sure did.
It's like, yeah, I guess I'll get this knocked out. He had 2.5 on the day, and Micah Parsons is, I'll say it again, Micah Parsons is the best defensive player on the planet. This team, if they choose to try their best, which they don't always. The players do.
Sure.
Well, most of them. If the front office chooses to try their best, this team will never be far away unless the quarterback who I ride for all the time, Dak Prescott, who's a wonderful player, he's not that far removed from being an all-pro for the first time in his career. He's an awesome quarterback. A little wonky this year, and I have some concerns about my guy's body.
That's Mike's fault.
But if he's okay physically, you have a franchise quarterback, one of the 3 best receivers in football, the best defensive player on the planet. I haven't mentioned Deron Bland yet. I haven't mentioned Tyler Smith. You have a really good football team if your front office doesn't hang you out to dry in the offseason again.
Yes, sir.
And a big part of that is Micah Antoine Parsons.
Yes, sir.
Why y'all keep giving him?
I didn't want to give him a different middle name because I didn't have one
Y'all gotta
ready.
stop
So I just went
renaming
with what Vach gave to Zimmer.
Because that's their name.
And that's my Empire Impact Player of the game.
Okay.
Who's yours, H? Because I don't want to take it.
No, go.
I don't want to.
No, it's your turn.
I think also Digazoo stepped up and played really well also, like as a Robin type guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if Mike is your Batman, then Osa's going to come in there and be your Robin, go up there and beat up on some of the guards there and kind of splash here and there. And honestly, man, I think a lot of these guys trying to make a little bit of money on their way out. They're trying to get their little roster bonuses or they're trying to get paid by the next team on their way out. So shouts out to the boy.
Can I tell you my problem with Robin?
Yeah, tell us.
Like, Batman is cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
black and blue is a kind of intimidating, kick-ass color scheme.
Okay.
But red and yellow is not tough.
That's real talk.
That is not tough.
That's real.
Like, when Robin shows up, I'm like,
Yeah.
and he might be tough.
Who he finna whoop?
But that outfit, you're
Who
just
is
like,
he
Leave
about to
his
whoop?
outfit alone,
Bro.
y'all.
sorry, Aisha.
In them drawers and a cape. Who you gonna whoop?
Little mask.
That little ass Zorro mask.
Half-ass
boy.
mask.
That old
He needed-
man, please. I almost mentioned.
Y'all ain't seen Teen Titans Robin because Teen Titans Robin
He's
was about
soft,
that
too.
action. Did you see it?
I
You seen the live action,
I grew up
version?
I
of it?
grew up in the same era you did.
I'm talking about like the recent live action one.
Oh no, I've been watching draft film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're only
I
football.
I got you
I've been watching.
because that Robin
I've been watching.
about that action.
So that's 1 out of 26 Robins.
I mean, that's not. I get what y'all saying.
I'm just
'cause
yellow, the bright yellow and the bright red. I'm just like,
terrible
you're not
percentage.
tough.
I mean, the man was doing
Terrible
trapeze
percentage.
and stuff. Anyway,
He in a
my
circus?
impact play. My impact play.
He's in a circus. He said trapeze.
He was.
He was, yes.
His parents were.
Horrible.
Background.
Know the backstory. My impact player of the game is gonna be Terry McLaurin. I hate to say it.
Oh, you're
On
big,
18?
big Commander fan.
But we can do either or
Yeah, we can.
Oh, we can do either?
Yeah, we
Okay.
can do either
I
or.
bet.
because he just made.
I should tanking it. Yeah, Terry
No.
went crazy.
I mean the Cowboys were the Cowboys were able to contain him for the majority of the game, and Cliff Kingsbury came out in the second half and found some favorable matchups. I mean, he gave Deron Bland some issues on the outside. Obviously, the big TD to end the game. He's just a player, and I hate to say it, but I'm glad that he got a quarterback, man. We've seen Terry McLaurin be one of the better receivers in this league for the majority of his career to start, and he did not have a freaking quarterback this whole time. What, you about to fuss at me?
He made some
No,
catches.
I would like to apologize.
Terry made some catches.
I got my Empire Impact Player of the game wrong.
Who is it?
But when Washington
Marcus Mariota?
when they sat their starting
I knew
quarterback,
he was gonna say this.
While the
I should've
Cowboys were
said
winning.
that. I teed you up.
I was so scared. I was like, hold on now. You guys, you don't want to lose this. If you're Washington and they had lost this game. Now, it turned out Green Bay lost, so it wouldn't have mattered. But you didn't know that at the time. Green Bay was supposed to beat Chicago. You needed to win so that you could keep your seeding and go play the Rams in the first round. If you lost, you were going to go to Philadelphia. And Washington, I got bad news for you. Philly was going to dog walk you. You might beat the Rams. So when they sat their quarterback down to protect him in the second half, I fired off, we need you, Marcus Mariota.
got
And
it.
Marcus Mariota marched.
Done.
Touchdown on his first 2 drives. That's my impact player of the game. He saved me 4 or 5 draft spots, Marcus Mariota.
Dog,
Because when you said he finally got a quarterback, I'm like, hell, it was Marcus that was slinging it to him.
yeah, he put a lot of stress on Dallas's defense. Dallas's defense has had trouble rush containing all year, and he just made them pay. And the thing about it, I just think they weren't prepared for him because his speed and his suddenness is different than even Jaden Daniels. I mean, just out of nowhere. I mean, and the selling the fakes and everything, they got kicked in the teeth when he got on the field, man.
Salute to him. And somebody asked who was guarding McLaurin on the game we touched on pass. The answer is Deron Bland. And also, that's okay.
That's all right.
Like, if that is the play, if you put this game into a different context where it wasn't, you're already eliminated, Jeff wants you to lose the game, and I do want that to be the result of that play. Like, Deron Bland made Terry McLaurin's life hard in that game.
It was a tough day.
Up until that last drive where McLaurin made – like the touchdown catch was just a run-of-the-mill catch for him. But 2 catches on that drive, but he was blanketed and made nasty catches.
Insane.
Deron Bland is a good player.
It's just good on good, man.
Yeah, that was their best against your best, and they made a good throw, and Bland didn't find the ball and get up in the air, and crap happens.
Yeah.
That is a low percentage play that you want people to run with the game on the line, and they happen to make it work. Praise Jesus.
Yeah.
But, like, I'll take my chances on that play. Tell me they're going to do that in a playoff game, and you're going to run that play for game, do it.
Yeah.
You're going to be fine.
Dallas dominated time of possession, just couldn't cash in the red zone, and it came back to bite them. I mean, Washington only had the ball for like 22 minutes, y'all. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. You should be able to win a game. You need to be better in the red zone. I don't care what they do next year. I don't care who come coach. I don't care if my grandma come coach. Whoever come coach needs to be able to help them run the ball in the red zone because it's so limiting when you get down there when people know you got to pass.
It is interesting watching them mix in. Here's Rico Dowdle, our good running back, and then the guy behind him is actually a guy with some juice. It's Deuce Vaughn, and then sometimes we'll give to Lipke in short yardage. Like, that combination was possible all year.
They look
and
fine.
but I'm not going to do
this. Y'all get mad at Mike if you want. Y'all get mad at Mike if you want. He didn't do it.
I know it. We know he didn't do it. We know he didn't do it, but it's still like frustrating to see the reality of it.
Ezekiel Elliott is running back 4 out of all the people that we done seen today.
And Jerry Jones is the culprit.
And we know exactly what that is because I can tell you from speaking to people in the locker room, it is exactly what we're saying it is. These guys should have been having more opportunities. It's ridiculous, and I'm ticked off about it today a little bit, quite frankly.
A little bit silly. A little bit silly.
a little bit
silly. But I mean, I thought that was a good showing for the Cowboys. And we hadn't even mentioned yet, we got 3 minutes. We hadn't even mentioned yet Trey Lance. I think that was almost the full Trey Lance experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you got to see the mobility.
Yep.
You got to see, this is what gets quarterbacks drafted high a lot. And it might be evolving to guys that they lean into having more experience and don't view that as a negative anymore. It used to be viewed very recently and probably still. Sure. The guys who show up to college are good quickly. 3 years, get the hell out of there because that's how good you are. I think now people won't hold it against seniors or fifth-year guys or whatever.
Exactly.
But what gets you drafted high, freak athlete, if nothing's going to work, it still might because you got a big old arm and be the right size. Like Trey Lance is the right size. He's the right athlete, and he has got a right arm on him.
Yep.
And you got to see a lot of it today. Running on the move, he threw some darts. He had, you got to see a good athlete with a good arm make some good throws, and you got to see him throw a somewhat open corner route in the red zone that he overthrew by 700 yards on a 20-yard throw.
Sure did.
And then you got to see him rolling left with a wide open Rico Dowdle and throw a dirt ball on
Which is hard.
12-yard throw.
Yeah.
You got the full Trey Lance experience.
Go ahead, Vachi.
Do y'all draft a kid in the 5th round, or do you give Trey Lance league minimum to come back?
I'm struggling because, Doug,
I already have
there's
the guy
so many things you can. I mean, it's hard because it's like you said, Jeff. I'm watching him. I'm like, this is stuff you can work with.
Trey the same
this
age
is stuff
as,
that you can.
As some of these 5th years.
The problem is this is stuff you can work with since the day he was drafted, and he's still the same guy because he doesn't get to play.
And that's like the hard part. So it's like, how do you gauge, how you evaluate him when he gets on the field? You see some good things today. It's like, okay, if this guy were to get more snaps, more reps, he should be able to read defenses better. I would hope that the accuracy, because the cannon is he has to gain more control because he is so like his
if he's going to throw it more than 15 yards, he's going to throw it 10 yards too far.
Yes.
Yeah. He does not have that.
He has to find the control, the touch, absolutely. So it's like today I walked away from this game, and obviously we're going to get in the film and look, but it's like, dog, this is stuff you can work with a young player but you don't have time to work with it. I don't know. It's hard.
If he's your backup quarterback next year, I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it.
Because I'm fairly certain there is no market for Trey Lance. So you're talking about a multi-year contract somewhere around league minimum for Trey Lance? Sure.
And that game looks different to me also, too, if you do have a CD Lamb also, too. So for me, I'm like, dog, like, it was so many little things in that game that I'm like, yeah, you can work with that, dog.
Also, too, you don't want to be like, let's just say, for example, you're let's say the Jets, right? And now you are in the quarterback market, so to speak, and Sam Darnold, after some patience and a little bit of time and some growth, is a top-tier type dude that's doing stuff now. You know what I'm saying? And, Sam was in Carolina also. And those can be two teams that'll bring a quarterback down, but coach in Minnesota that's, pretty good with the offense that can work to what you're good at. Sam Darnold is a guy that the Jets, I'm sure, would love to have, or if Cleveland could keep Baker Mayfield or anything along.
Yes.
Just whatever like that, right? I don't want to be, all right, Trey Lance, you're 25 and you've shown me nothing. And then Trey Lance go to some place and now he's 29, 30. And he still has a relative big arm and he's still kind of athletic, but he's figured it out on the quarterback side. And now you've moved on from Dak. And it's hard to find a new quarterback in general. And now you're going, damn, but we had Trey Lance just kind of kicking it.
I think the perfect thing for Trey Lance, screw it, we got to take a break and then we'll tell you about it. Because I think Trey Lance's best situation for him, it ain't here. I can tell you where he needs to be.
Tell us.
And I will.
On the break.
As if Jalen Tolbert's not existing.
Okay, that's fair.
And shouts out to Jalen Tolbert.
3 or 4?
He's worked really hard. Maybe.
Oh, because Mingo's here.
He's worked. I'm moving forward as if Jonathan Mingo's not. Because Savion Williams going to run right up in here.
Lord have mercy.
We ain't going to never see both of them cats ever again.
I agree that they're going to be here and they're going to be on your roster. But there's nothing about either of your performances that makes me think or want to bet on that's one of my starters.
Jalen Brooks,
if Mingo, Tolbert, Turpin, if that crew is going to end up being wide receiver 3 and 4, that's fine. Go get me wide receiver 2.
Absolutely. We're not playing those games.
Sure. Y'all can come mess around. And I think Mingo today, too, it's very minor. It's very little. But with a quarterback that can actually get the ball all the way to the outside.
Strong hands.
Like he drew a PI, which wasn't PI. But he did draw a PI down the field. He made a nice comeback. And he does have that big body, strong dude. And so when it's contested and Tolbert goes and gets knocked out, Mingo's like, get off me, little dude.
I think they all in the same boat.
I agree.
I think Turpin is the only one that kind of got sort of a role here because of teams and you could just incorporate him. Outside of that, everybody else,
you gotta prove it.
Fighting for their life
at
that point.
It. I agree.
Fighting for their life.
Yep. And the other guy that I hope they move forward pretending that he doesn't exist, but I don't think they will, is Tyler Guyton. Because when you look at what happened in this game, and
that was my tease from the first segment, I was going to give it.
Bye. Go ahead, do it.
No, please go ahead.
Well, I think it happened again.
Yeah.
They know that it's week 18, and despite not having anything to play for, Mike McCarthy still wants to win at football. And so it's okay. And it sounded like, because I heard Jerry say this week that, the goals might change a little bit this week and you're going to see other guys like you saw Deuce Vaughn. And so they know, okay, deactivate Chuma. I'm not going to give you your veteran journeyman try to get by guy.
Yeah.
Play him. Mm-hmm. And so Guyton plays. And what does he do? Blown assignment that leads to a sack when he decides that he would rather help Tyler Smith block his guy than block his own guy. Was it a false start? He had a penalty.
Sure did.
And I think McCarthy went, put Awesome in. I can't. I just can't. And I don't think they'll build their team as if he doesn't exist. I think they will build it as if he is as if he's going to start for them. But I don't know how you can. When every time you try to let him play, at some point in the game, coach goes, get him the F off the field.
And it doesn't help when you're hearing things, and I'm sure too I got the same sources. When you're hearing things inside the building, hey, he need to grow up. He need to embrace this role. He need to toughen up, do X, Y, Z, boom, boom, boom. That's not helping. That's not helping. At least if he's one of those, hey, I'm just gonna come to work and bang my head against the locker guys, you may feel better about his growth. But I'll just say if he's gonna be a whiny baby about situations, or if he's not gonna, be tough or play through certain ailments or whatever, it's going to be hard for you to keep your job. So I'm not saying who's a bust right now because Tyler Guyton can go get some peanut butter, get big and strong, and pair that with that athleticism. He may be just fine next year. But just what it's looking like right now, I got trust issues, and he is not stopping me from drafting an offensive lineman. He is not new coach proof.
Yeah.
By the way, we are constantly monitoring to see. No idea when we're going to hear yes or no on Mike McCarthy. But I did see video of Mike McCarthy after the game, single file line, hugging every assistant coach on their way into the locker room.
You don't know. You don't know.
Everybody got a hug.
You don't know.
Everybody got a hug. Can we knock out some super chats before I get to my 5 favorite moments of the game?
I don't like the excuse that we can't make an announcement on Mike McCarthy because we're getting ready for a game. But it's just getting ready for a game and talking to people all the same time.
Well, they fired their coach in the middle of the season. They don't have a coach.
It don't matter. Speak up.
They don't have a
What's
coach.
up, Supers? Y'all all right?
Hello.
Let's see what we got up in here.
Yeah.
We're gonna run the 5 ups and I'll read the rest of them at the highs there. So Jay Litt says, awful seasons. Thanks for making it better. Appreciate you, player.
You're welcome.
Ain't no problem.
That was draft season.
Ain't no problem. Chad Robinson, what a guy. What a Chad. He says, Vach, we putting something on the grill for this for sure. Shouts out to Mariota. Indubitably, we're gonna throw some lamb chops on there.
Marcus made the plays we needed. He
throw
made
some
the plays
salmon
we
on
needed.
there, cook some ribs real low for like 7 hours. You know how we do, player. Appreciate it, Chad. Aaron
Yeah, you crushed. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you nailed it.
Grimaldi's.
You nailed it.
He says, I was sad we lost to Philly. But now I'm happy we lost to Washington. What? For the higher pick.
Yeah.
We played much better. Also, Lance earned another job today.
Yeah, perfect. They played a perfect game today.
I will say I hate how they hold Cooper Rush out his money, though.
I don't think they did because Joe Hoyt did the math. Well, how many plays did they run on offense? We can figure out if they did that to him.
They did run a whole bunch of plays.
If they ran over, well, that was not technically the number. That was I think Jane Slater reported that, and I think Joe broke out a calculator, and it was 60-something.
They ran 75 plays today.
Okay, then yeah, Cooper Rush would have made $250,000 if he played the game today.
I don't like that.
He would have made $250,000 if he played the game today.
I don't like if I'm Cooper Rush, I'm leaving to go be a backup somewhere else.
They're also going to tell you, okay.
Good.
You got 200.
Good.
You got 250 for playing 45%.
Stick with Trey. Cool. Perfect. Appreciate you, Aaron. Tommy says, if you had to pick some combo of wide receiver / running back in rounds 1 or 2 or D-line, O-line. I see, Tommy, this ain't fair because Jeff is definitely going to go wide receiver, running back, and I'm just the type of guy to go O-line, D-line.
That's not true.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
I reject your question.
If that's the case,
I'm picking the best player.
It's situational for me.
I'm picking the best player.
If Josh Simmons is there, cool. If Kenneth Grant is there in the second, I think you got to run there.
Can the running back catch passes?
If Omarion or Caleb Johnson are there, you know what I'm saying? I think Scatterbo's gotten a lot of recent hype. I think he was just on TV last, I think, so that's what that is.
Ashton Genty.
We're
Savion Williams.
We're drafting at 11 now.
Running back wide receiver.
Ashton and Savion is nuts. Good job tackling both those guys. So
this is always my plan because I'm reckless.
Sure.
I would be a terrible coach, but I'm like, I could take Ashton Genty, Boise State running back in the first round. I could take Savion Williams, psychotic 6'5", 225-pound freak show at TCU, and I'll put both of them out there. And then what we are going to do is we are never, ever going to block with more than 5 people because our pass protection is going to be throw the ball.
Tyler Guyton got to step up.
Our pass protection is going to be throw the ball.
Much crap as we just talked.
I'm running Joe Burrow LSU offense. The running back stands next to the quarterback.
Empty.
I got 4 dudes out here, and if you blitz, figure out where it's coming from, throw it. That's how I block.
I am starting to veer more towards score all the points.
Oh, I love scoring points.
Make the people pay.
Mike will play defense. They'll be fun. Look what they're doing right now.
I want you to run the ball, but just put pressure on people.
I'm trying to get Tyleek Williams or
Ohio State, good D tackle.
Or like Derek Harmon or Kenneth Grant up here or something like that.
A lot of good D tackles. A lot of good D tackles.
Derek Harmon.
We got time. We them boys who hates the Cowboys. He says, Awesome is our new left tackle. Move Guyton to right tackle. Guyton ain't good at right tackle. But you must have sent this early, so it's all good. Guillotine 06 draft 5, it says, one hard thing about being Team Tank is having to root for teams that you hate. You ain't got to root for Washington. Just root that we lose.
Yeah.
He said, "Let's go Niners."
There is a lot of
that's tough. I can't stand for it.
there is a lot of nuance to tank cheering.
Icky.
I've had a lot of practice.
A lot of nuance. But yeah, shouts out to the look. And I'm not rooting for the Niners. I just hope that Arizona don't win. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. What else we got?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
We get a couple
go
more
ahead.
in there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Couple more in there. Stephen Wade says, if Dak hadn't played so terribly during the season, that's my
hell.
consistently missing so many wide open flat routes, boy. You
Sure.
right now. The Cowboys would have been in the playoffs.
Okay, cool.
I hope the Cowboys can be.
If Dak didn't get hurt, you might be in the playoffs.
For sure. I hope Dak can be the 2023 Dak next year.
That would be good.
And isn't injury prone. Yeah, that'll be cool.
That would be
Be
great.
nice.
That's up to your play caller, for sure.
That would be wonderful.
That's up to your play caller. Vicente Aguirre. What's up, man? He says, my wife got mad at me because I started screaming, go, 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 when
She
Mariota
right.
broke free.
I did
at the
too.
end. Yes, sir. We jumped up and we screamed.
I wanted him to get to the house so bad.
We was screaming. But he got his ass caught. We was excited for Mariota.
Yeah.
She was,
They were.
don't go for the Cowboys. I was not today.
Yeah, that
Y'all
was
were
us.
excited.
Guilty.
I was excited.
I was pissed they broke cocaine.
Yeah, that was great. Although it will be featured in Jeff's 5 favorite moments of the game,
No.
which is coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys postgame show.
Shouts out to Nesto. He says, if Trey just throws the ball, it's a touchdown. I don't know why he tried to float it in there. We'll
That's
probably
Trey
win
Lance,
on
y'all.
that play. That's Trey Lance. But go ahead.
Trey Lance can slang it. He can run around, and he can.
Tell us about diehards and how they slang them hoodies around.
Well, I love my hoodie. You'll notice Katya told me today, she's like, on a lot of your reels and rants, like you're wearing the same hoodie. And I'm like, when I find a hoodie I like, I wear it.
Mm-hmm.
I got about 10, 12 hoodies.
There's
This
a
the
thing-
one I wear.
It's a thing called a wash machine too.
I do wash. Yeah, I wash the hell out of it.
You
About
know.
every fourth wear, give or
Just a white
take.
man. He don't care about wearing this 10, 12
I don't
times.
raw dog.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, this is over top of another shirt. It's not like he's getting dirty. It's just sitting on a shirt.
Okay.
It's getting dirty.
But yeah, we appreciate everybody who's watching. This is the final edition, which is very sad for this season that it's over. But we appreciate you watching, whether you're on Vach's channel, Vach Lombardi. Make sure if you're on a different channel that you're subscribed to Vach. If you're watching on my little tiny YouTube channel, just trying to chase after Vach, take his scraps. And then the DLLS Sports channel, make sure you subscribe to all of them. We appreciate it. We like the likes. We like the subscribes. We like the comments. And we love you. If you sign up to be a diehard, there's a QR code on your screen right now if you're watching that you could use to get to that. What that gets you is the ad-free experience on our website, alldlls.com, where you get everything you need about your favorite local teams. All of them. Shows every day about every team, premium written content, ad-free experience. If you sign up to be a diehard, you get a free t-shirt. You get 20% off merch, 20% off events. You get a badass diehard carrying card. You get access to the Discord lounge where we hang out all the time. A lot of stuff. You get a lot of stuff when you sign up to be a diehard, so go ahead and do that.
Sound like a kazoo.
A what?
A kazoo.
Is that a bird or something?
Nah, it's the little thing.
What's happening right now?
She said you sound like a kazoo, and I said, what's that? And she said that's the done thing, and that's not a great explanation. I still don't know.
I had
what
to
a
show
kazoo-
you a picture.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let him get a picture.
A picture of a kazoo.
My 5 favorite moments of the game.
What you got, big
We're
dog?
ready.
My 5 favorite moments of the game.
Run that player.
One of them wasn't from the Cowboy game. As I'm watching the Cowboy game, so play number 5.
Yeah.
As I'm watching the Cowboy game, I have Red Zone on the other TV, and I saw a play in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. And since it happened in the same time frame, it counts. Baker Mayfield took off running, and he's very chaotic energy.
Yeah.
When he runs, it's funny looking, but he's hard to tackle because people don't know what he's going to do because he's wild ass. And so he was going, doing his little like Tasmanian devil run.
What'd he say? That sounds like a kazoo.
So he was doing his
That sounds like
Tasmanian
kazoo.
devil run, and then he was getting two defenders, and he did the most chaotic slide of all time, where he's like, I think I'm gonna fall down, maybe slide. It's very late for this, but I'm gonna do a tump fall slide. And so he kind of thumped into some stuff, and they kind of hit him, and then he did the get up pissed off move.
Yeah.
Where like you're on the ground and you're like, and you kind of roll over on top of the other guy and
Yeah.
shove off of him to stand up. And then
He was about to hit somebody, right.
And so he touched off a fracas. And as soon as he got up and got everybody going, turned around and just walked away and let a brawl happen behind him that he started. And he just walked away from it.
And chaos just happened.
Just it's back there. It's like walking away is like a Vin Diesel movie or something. All the explosions
Like
are
an
happening,
explosion in the back,
and he's
yeah.
just calmly walking away from it. Baker lit the TNT little and just walked out and let it all happen.
He walked out of the saloon and a bar brawl behind him.
Yep.
That's fine. Baker's tough, but at the end of the day, he's a quarterback and he can't get hurt.
Yeah.
But Brock Hoffman does that same thing. Like he starts a lot of fights, get pushed, and he flops all over the place.
Let me tell you something. You know who don't want to deal with him? Deron Payne do not want to have to see Brock Hoffman. Like if you watching them, they jawing at each other almost after every play. Yeah. He punched him. He even drew in the punch. But the first time they played, he was getting on his nerves. Brock Hoffman he know how to get under people's skin, man.
Deron Payne throwing a punch, I think it
and
probably
not
Hoffman
ejected is crazy.
led to my favorite moment of the game.
Okay.
Which we'll get to in a second. The fact
4.
that the Commanders took out their starting quarterback, who's like an MVP candidate, and then Marcus Mariota kicked our ass, that was one of my favorite moments of the game. We needed that. Jaden and them couldn't do nothing. That is a good offense against everybody. They show up to the Cowboys, and they suck. Cowboys just shut all of it down.
Yeah.
They brought in their backup quarterback, and he went ham, and I needed that. That was
For a while, we actually thought it was over, Jeff. For a while, I thought we was going to be drafted in the 13 and 14. So I was like, oh, there's no way Marcus Mariota can beat us. And I beat down.
Yep.
With his legs.
With the legs.
With his legs.
Third favorite moment of the game. Marcus Mariota, middle of the fourth quarter, takes a snap. Something went terribly wrong on the left side of their offensive line. Here comes Chauncey Golston. Marcus Mariota, for no damn reason, did the stanky leg and then fell down.
He literally just did the stanky leg.
He did the stanky leg and fell down.
He literally just fell back.
He had the ball, and Golston was kind of clean coming, and so he didn't know what to do with himself, so he had his right foot in the air, and he just kind of went.
He just threw himself
and then fell.
Hold on, Jeff.
Do
it again. What? Can they see you? Let me see. Do it on camera so I can see you. Okay.
And then he fell.
No.
He did the stanky leg and then he fell.
Chauncey Golston 5.5 sacks on the year. Big career year for him.
That's great for Chauncey.
Big comp pick for the boys.
Yeah.
You got a spirit, man.
Get about a 6 back.
Maybe a 5. That'd be nice.
About a 6. Yeah.
Second favorite play of the game. I mentioned Deron Payne threw a punch. I don't know how in the NFL now they let people throw punches and they don't throw them out. They just pretend punches aren't punches and that they were just scuffle maneuvers. Yeah. But he threw a big old right hook. And so they throw a flag on that. And sometimes there's NFL rules I don't know about. So there was a penalty as the Cowboys had kicked a field goal. And I'm like, oh, hell, first down Cowboys. Damn, that sucks. Yeah. But they were like, no, because it's after the play. The field goal is good. Okay. We will do this penalty on the kickoff, which then gets confusing. But apparently it means, like, no matter how far you move me up on a kickoff, the rule doesn't change.
So you still got to kick
right?
it.
So you still have to do all the same deals. And so apparently, if you kick a ball out of bounds, they get it on the 40. Right. But they have that 15 like sitting in their pocket. So if they kick it out of bounds, they get it on the 25. And they're like, okay, so we'll just do that. So Brandon Aubrey, at least to my eye, clearly intentionally kicked it out of bounds, knowing that even with that penalty, they're going to be on the 25, not the 40. Cool, we'll take it. He smoked a cheerleader in the back of the head with that ball.
Oh, no.
She was so sad.
I mean, sad. I bet she was in pain.
She grabbed her head.
That thing was moving.
She was like,
It's cold, too? A cold football?
Directly. Now, the good thing is it was the back of the head, which was more scary and probably hurts a little bit, but the front of the head, that would have taken her whole face off.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have a face.
Did she fall?
I didn't see a fall.
Nah, she just doinked her. And then I know Brandon Aubrey, he's probably going to go check and make sure she all right.
Well, and I think it was on purpose.
No.
Brandon Aubrey's the best kicker in the league.
Because he's a handsome dude. He could just walk over and just,
Well, I think he has a lady. But
he does.
But he's the best.
How old is she?
But he's the best.
How old is he?
But
that don't matter. That don't matter.
He's the best kicker in the league.
Yeah.
So he knows where he's kicking a ball. It goes exactly where he wants.
Yeah, okay.
He put it in the back of somebody's head, which is unfortunate because they don't make enough money to be getting hit.
They do not.
60-mile-an-hour football.
They don't have no insurance.
Do not.
And so that was tough.
Yeah.
And then my favorite.
That ain't number one?
No.
No.
No, because it was tough for her. Like, it's funny, but also what if she's like.
She all right.
No, she laughed it off, but it hurt because
she laughed it off for sure.
She kind of giggled a little bit, but she was covering her mouth.
Okay, then that's my favorite moment. As long as she's okay.
Because she's okay.
That's my favorite moment.
I think she's all right.
Because I mean, she got thumped.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you're intentionally hooking one out of bounds, That's going even faster.
She might have been laughing at an embarrassment. I don't know. We can't gauge.
Y'all better watch out.
We'll ask Christy. I asked Christy.
That ball went 172 miles an hour directly into the back of a cheerleader's head. She's just out there trying to shake, and she got a thump.
With respect, have you seen what them girls have to do to make that team? The way they train? She probably all right.
I know they got to keep it tight. You keep it tight.
Get it right.
If you don't keep it tight,
get it right.
They're going to run you.
Get it tight.
Get it.
Yeah, Jeff was referencing the Yin Yang twins earlier.
Maybe.
Well, Jeff one of us. Jeff listen to our music and watch our movies.
What's your next one?
So tied for my favorite moment of the game was when we really needed Washington to put a drive together.
Yeah.
They ran a nice play where they'll do this because they have mobile quarterbacks. You do the little RPO, run pass option, or maybe it's just his own read. Maybe he didn't have a pass option. I don't know. But Marcus Mariota holds the ball out and the running back goes this way. And then sometimes you let the running back have the ball. And sometimes you go, hee, and you take off running. And this is when they were trying to drive to win the game. And so Marcus Mariota goes like this, and then he does like this. He takes the ball, and he goes, hee, and he keeps it.
Yeah.
The back angle, Malik Hooker is the safety.
No, y'all.
And so he watches the guy who doesn't have the ball run into the line of scrimmage.
Then he go, yeah.
And stands there celebrating. As Marcus Mariota runs through the line of scrimmage, full head of steam, and once he's about 10 yards downfield, Malik Hooker goes,
O-S.
Oh. And starts running and eventually tags him like 30 yards later. So, like, Malik Hooker just watching the wrong dude cost you about 40 yards and probably the game. And so I guess that's my favorite moment because he did what needed doing.
Yeah.
He had made some plays in this game.
For the greater good.
And then
if he's here next year, he's going to have a really good teammate because his ass was confused.
I can't wait until they pick a guy that can't play, and at like 16 and 17, they pick all pros, and everybody's just going to be like, I had to lose.
I think the biggest mistake you can make is like the edge from Texas A&M or the D lineman from Georgia.
He underwhelmed me.
Who? Scorton?
Yeah.
He ain't good.
Both of them.
Scorton's not good.
It's giving Miles Murphy.
Shamar Stewart ain't good. Michael Williams is an athlete, but he runs down the middle of people. That makes him not good.
He doesn't have a toolbox.
And Will Johnson, the corner from Michigan. I got other corners higher than him.
Oh, you're right.
But those are all dudes that's like projected in that top or whatever. So
you know who I don't like? I don't like that super tall corner that everybody loves.
Siobhan Revelle?
Yeah, you can't be long-legged and you can't be tall and high cut and play corner for me. I'm terrified. I think your legs don't move fast enough.
I think that's what's sneakily weirdly good about him. Like he can turn. Like he's big as hell. He can run fast, but he can turn.
Yeah, that's because his strides are real short for a tall guy. It's all very confusing. Anybody who looks awkward to me, I just can't. And it's like, but doesn't he do the job every play? And I'm like, look, it looks weird.
Watch him versus Michigan.
No, but Marcus Mariota got caught Dallas slipping a couple times with the RPO in his fakes today. I mean, he be selling them things.
Great job.
No,
we got Clarence Hill at AT&T Stadium. Clarence, we got about 150 seconds. So what we need from you is, do we know anything about Mike McCarthy?
No.
I'm going to assume it's Katya's fault this time, but you're absolutely muted. I loved your facial reactions to being muted.
Clarence be appalled when we can't hear him.
Yeah, he pretends that it's never
like, what's going on? I hit all the buttons.
Is it his fault, Katya? You think so? Yeah, Clarence, your mouth is moving, but you ain't saying nothing to us.
Turn it off and then turn it back on.
Fire me an email, Clarence, with whatever you were going to tell us.
Yeah.
Hit me up. Send it to me on Snapchat.
We'll read it.
Okay? We got to do that. Okay, go ahead. Try it again. Hey, Clarence.
This is crazy.
No.
We got to have an overhaul in the offseason.
Unplug your headphones and plug them back in.
We have some real challenges with bringing guests on. We're going to have a whole new training regimen. We're going to have to check on Katya's work.
What do you have to say?
We got to check Katya's work.
Just call him on your phone, Jeff, and put up to the.
I don't want
to the thing.
All right, hold on.
I'm screaming.
It's content today.
No,
there
hold
you
on.
go.
I got you.
Look, he right there.
Hey, Clarence.
Oh, Clarence got two phones.
Oh, I heard something.
This is crazy. Can y'all hear me?
Hey,
there you go.
Listen, I did nothing different. I did pregame every time. There's nothing. I plug it in. I'm on. There's no way I'm not muted. But anyway,
we're past it.
We've heard nothing. Jerry made nothing definitive. I mean, he talked for 40 minutes. Okay, Jerry talked for 40 minutes. Talked in circles. Certainly, they asked him the same questions over and over again. He talked about there's no guarantee that he's not coming back. And of course, there's no guarantee that he is coming back. He talked about wanting coaches to put on incentive plans and everything else.
Oh
he
my
was
God,
just
what a
all
cheap
over the
bastard.
place. I mean, it's crazy. Talking to Mike made it clear that he wants to come back for personal reasons, his family. Certainly, he believes he says, I'm a winner. And I want to finish what I started. I built this program. I want to win. And I think I can win. And and he talked about, needing, obviously I asked him about, is it tough being put in a situation where you have to convince somebody that you're the right man for the job? And he's really never been in that situation before, but he said, I do that every day. That's what we do. But nothing definitive is going to be, my understanding, they won't make a decision until next week, probably next Tuesday or Wednesday. It'll be a week. They're going to go through, all what they do at the end of the season, and they won't make a decision until probably next week.
So the hay's in the barn, and he knows what he's going to do, but he's going to take his time anyway and not start interviewing people, and other people might get snapped up while Jerry's fiddle farting around.
It's just the Jerry way. And he said the hay in the barn was more about the season, everything about the season. There's nothing in the final game that's going to determine, I know what I need to know about the season. Now he has to go through the process, talking to Mike and making a decision on what he wants to do to a certain extent. But I mean, he said, I'm not on a time. It's funny. It was typical Jerry. He said, we're going to be on the same type of timetable I've always been on, but that timetable is never the same. It always changes. It's like,
that's one of my biggest problems with. That's one of my biggest problems with Jerry. He loves being filthy rich and owning his football team and playing with it as his own personal toy and pretending that his schedule is the only schedule that matters, while other teams have an urgency to get stuff done because they want to have the best people for the job. Jerry wants to do whatever makes him feel good that day.
I was talking to a Cowboys player, a former Cowboys player before the game. We were talking about what to do, and I said, the problem here is that who do you go get? Who's better than Mike? And he said, that's the damn problem. Because there are other teams out here who take chances on a McVay, who take chances on O'Connell. Okay.
Good point.
Okay. We didn't know what they were. They take chances on, obviously the coach in Detroit. I mean, you don't know what they are. They're not proven. They're not proven commodities, but you take chances on them and look where they are. So it doesn't have to be a known commodity. But yes, we're conditioned to think, well, who's better than Mike? Well, we don't know who's better than Mike. We know what Mike is.
Yeah,
that's
fair. All right, Clarence, we will catch you. We'll catch you tomorrow, right? We'll see you tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah.
All right. Goodbye, Chill. Not Pop. Chill.
Yeah, he's,
Some call him Unk.
the end of the season, so
Any young names you can
graduated.
think of. Definitely not Pop. This is.
What's up, Joe?
Why not? Let's see what Joe Hoyt's doing. Let's see if his mic works. What do you think? You think Joe's mic will work?
Joe's mic will work.
Let's just see. Let's see what happened. What Joe going? Joe? Excuse me, Joe.
You guys
Hey, Joe.
got me?
Yeah, what's going on, Joe?
Joe's mic always works.
Yeah, Joe's mic works every time. Clarence's
time.
doesn't, but he
Every single time.
Yeah.
Cat ain't got to press a button. And
I'm
then Joe's mic
UPS.
just
I
works.
always deliver, okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What's up, bro?
What's up, Joe? We don't have a question for you. You just tell us.
Yeah, no, quick note. We talked with Micah Parsons after, and Micah Parsons was asked about Mike Zimmer and like, hey, would you like him back? He's like, that'd be awesome. But I think he's ready to ride off into the sunset, is what Micah said. I think that he's, it's not about money anymore. He's going to have to want to do it. And if you kind of take that in conjunction with what we heard from Mike Zimmer, I don't know if it's a guarantee he wants to come back if Mike McCarthy's coming back either. So obviously that's something to keep an eye on. But, I think Micah Parsons knows Mike Zimmer the best of any player on the team. They're having dinner next week. So I think if he's saying that, there's some credence to it. Just an FYI.
Hold on, Joe. Did you
Thank you, Brody.
Did you quote that in a tweet or anything? Is that out there?
Yeah, I tweeted it, yeah.
Oh, Joe, you're breaking news, baby. Okay, good. I'm going to retweet that son of a bitch. Well done.
They're having dinner next week.
That's good work.
Oh, yeah.
To talk about.
They're going to have a little
We
dinner?
appreciate you, Brody.
Thank you, Joe. You're a beast. Breaking some
Later,
damn
guys.
news for us.
If I'm Mike, I ain't coming. I'm about to go.
I think Zim might want to come back.
I'm going on vacation from Zim.
Oh, Joe, you might have a typo in there. He said, I think Zim might want to come back. He's ready to ride off. And it says, I think you're missing a not. Might not want to. That's okay. We're going to get that squared away. This is the end.
This is it.
This is the end.
This is it.
This is it, huh?
Closing time.
Time for a new beginning.
Y'all just do me wrong. Y'all just do me wrong. You could have backed me up. You know that song.
What song is that?
You don't know closing time?
I know who I want. Is that a different song? Same
That's
song?
the same thing.
That's what I thought.
You ain't never heard that even in the mall or something? Dang.
You know,
Who sang that?
it's a good question.
You know?
You don't even know who sang it. You'll be talking about
At
me.
least I-
You don't know who sang the song.
At least I can know. Who sing the song?
I just know when I'm hammered at 1:50 a.m. That's the song that plays in every bar whenever I get out.
Oh, yeah, I love Sammy Sonic and all their work that they do.
Yeah. Well, it's the end of the DLLS postgame show for 20 whatever season this is. But Vach is around at Vach Lombardi on Twitter and at Vach Lombardi on YouTube. And we hang out on YouTube sometimes. So if you follow him there, follow me on the YouTube, DLLS Sports on the YouTube.
I'll be doing draft work on various platforms, so y'all be sure to tap in.
It's not goodbye.
See you later.
It's see you later.
Sure.
We're
That'll
going
do
off
it
to the
for-
sunset, too.
That'll do it for us. Remember that you have no idea what anybody's going through, but thank God we got this L. Be cool to everybody.
Yeah.
And we love you, and be easy or else.
Dosky was.
And
Or
it's
else.
not a threat.
We all silly like the mayor.